Hi, man. Dr. Earls checking in during week 3 of our course. I wanted to get word to you just to encourage you, if all possible, to do your week 4 work before Thanksgiving Day. I am going to allow an extra day at least of submitting week 4 work without penalty, but if at all possible, again, it's a lot better for you and enjoying your Thanksgiving if you can do your week 4 work early. I know you've got plenty going on, and during this last session, these D sessions in the fall are very challenging because we're entering into the holiday period, and that just adds a lot more to your plate of all that you're already tackling. So, again, if at all possible, try to work ahead to free up that Thanksgiving experience with your family and friends. And with that, thank the Lord, the week 4 work is just a little bit lighter, so that'll be helpful. Next week, I'll send out on a class email 2 or 3 meeting times that we can come together virtually through a tool called Zoom. It's very easy to utilize. I'll send you information on how to establish your account. It's free, just a 2-minute setup. And then those of you who would like to, we'll just talk together if those 2 or 3 times fit into your schedules for us to meet virtually. I'm out here in California, so I'll just try to make varied times to make that possible for us to talk together. But just want to talk about, healthy churches, church growth, anything that you want to talk about, pastoral leadership. I don't have it all wrapped up. My path in life has been that I grew up in a little Southern Baptist church that was 200 when I was very small. It grew to 25, 20 people by the time I was 18. So I saw that go down over all those years. And then finally it closed. But that put in my own heart a great desire of searching and understanding why churches grow, how they can grow. And so with that, we actually spent 7 years at Thomas Road Baptist Church and Liberty, the college and the seminary, and that was a great exposure to a church being multi-thousands compared to the little church I'd grown up in. From there, we went to Dallas Seminary and got involved in a new church start that had just gotten underway. I'd met the guy probably 10, 15 years earlier in my life, and we had kept up a friendship, the pastor of the church. That church is now a church that's 15,000 or more with satellite campuses throughout Texas. And so that was a great experience, seeing God bring lives in and that church grow, and studying the leadership of that pastor. And then going on to do the PhD work at Southwestern, which was in evangelism but was largely church growth studies. That was in the 1980s. I did go back later to Midwestern and do a D-Min on the multiplying cells and the multiplying of disciples of what we read about in Singapore, Colombia, El Salvador, certainly Seoul, Korea, and the Cho story. All that said, I'll just be glad to talk, and it be an open forum for us just to ask questions, discuss, look at different resources for helps, and trying to share hopefully more of my mistakes that you can avoid that in the future of your ministry going forward. So I'll look forward to that time of sharing that virtual time of discussion with you. As you go through the book of Acts, please be, as Howard Hendricks taught us at Dallas Seminary in the hermeneutics course, bombard the text with the who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. Really dig in to ask those questions of the text, and why was God able to do what he did with the early church, and how they multiplied disciples, and what are then the principles, the eternal principles that can be extracted from that and implemented and applied today. So you want to be doing that as carefully and enjoyably as possible as you go through your readings in the book of Acts. It is a great, great study. I had the privilege of doing a thesis on that at Dallas Seminary. So thanks, guys, for all you're doing, your service for Christ now, and you're sharpening yourself more for investing in His kingdom's expansion. I really appreciate the opportunity to work with you. Again, have a great Thanksgiving week ahead. All right, bye.